there. Welcome to the National Post Speakeasy. I'm Marie-Danielle Smith and this is John Ivison. We're here at the Metropolitan in Ottawa. So coming up on about a week since the federal budget dropped, things have changed a little bit since then.
Yeah, that was back in the good old days of 1 week ago where everything in the garden was rosy. There was plenty of money to spend. Bill Morneau threw around $32 billion to spend over the next 5 or 6 years. But since then we've been deluged by bad news from GDP numbers that didn't come in as expected in the fourth quarter of last year. Federal foreign direct investment, very disappointing. A whole range of bad things. The loonie's down, the markets are down, and then on top of it all, Donald Trump announces tariffs on steel. So what's happening there?
Yeah, so he's steeling himself for these big tariffs, and we don't know if Canada is going to be part of it or not. It looks as though these tariffs might go across the board, where traditionally in the past they've tried to target China. So Bill Morneau and Justin Trudeau are now sort of facing this situation where they need to convince Donald Trump that Canada doesn't pose a national security threat, that we're A-OK on steel, even though we continue to negotiate NAFTA and run into some problems there.
I mean, I don't think anybody could have predicted what Trump did. It seems unknowable that he was going to make this announcement. But we should perhaps have thought about something coming from Trump. What can we do about it now?
Yeah, well, I guess what we can predict is that he'll be unpredictable, right? So Canada's been trying to look elsewhere as much as it can. Although we seem to have sort of stalled with China, for example, we now have new negotiations coming up with South American bloc of countries called Mercosur. We'll see if anything comes to fruition there. Canada trying to get into the Brazil market and Argentina, see if they can get something going just in case everything really goes to hell in a handbasket with the US.
And what about NAFTA? I mean, how does the steel thing cut across NAFTA?
It puts them in a kind of a weird negotiating position, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, and I think, frankly, although we could not have foreseen the steel thing, we should have been aware that something else was coming down, that some heavy weather was coming in, and we shouldn't have been spending all that money. Things are only going to get worse from here, so it's the bad old days, and we can look back a week ago and think how lucky we were back then.
We'll see what happens next week. Thanks for joining us on the Speakeasy. We'll see you next time.